Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Grotti Brioso RA, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is the second most voted for vehicle this week, coming in with 35 votes. And of course, as always, we will have a comment up on the screen, but at the time I'm doing the voiceover, I don't know what it is. My guess is it might be something Astroneer related because, well, I had an Astroneer video kind of blow up on me. And yeah, that pun is intended. It was a video about me blowing stuff up. But, much to my surprise, the official Astroneer Twitter account did a really cool promo for my video. Like, their promotion of it was better than mine. So, thank you to them. So we'll have probably lots of Astroneer related comments. I don't know if you noticed some tracks that suddenly ended just a little bit back on the trail. That was the first take of this car. The Brioso is a bit of a challenge to drive. It is all-wheel drive, and because of its really, really short wheelbase and really tall roof, a couple things happen. With all-wheel drive, yeah, sure, it has a normal understeer, but it also wants to corkscrew on you a lot. It just constantly is looking to spin out. But then also because of its really short wheelbase and really tall roof, as we've seen several times already, it wants to go up on two wheels. Well, that spot where you saw it, the track suddenly end, it did both. It started the corkscrew and went on two wheels, and it rolled over and flipped. It was so early in, and honestly, it was more my fault than the car's fault. I decided to give it another try. I'm still struggling to keep this thing going in the straight line. It is definitely a handful to drive. Honestly, though, here in the dirt, it's a little bit easier to manage this car than it is actually down on just clear open roads. So it wasn't too terribly bad, but it was still a lot to manage. Little compacts always are. When they've got that much power trying to go through all four wheels, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to work out that well unless they've got incredibly good suspensions, which GTA can't really account for. However, it did save this quite effortlessly. I went off to the side and it came right back up without any problem. It's getting a pretty good time. Slowed down a bit in the grasses that I keep running into, and of course a fence. The fence probably weighs as much as this entire car, so of course it's gonna slow down some. But it continues to climb. It never really struggles to put down the power when I can get on the power. When it's actually going in enough of a straight line to warrant doing so. Does struggle a little bit coming up here, though. Again, understeer and a little bit of the overhang in front of the front wheels. Did not want to let it turn in, and because of that, it bounced, and we wound up having issues. But once I get it pointed in the right direction, it goes up, no problem. So it's just kind of unfortunate that we didn't get that turn in initially, but we are up 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Will it off-road? Yeah, with RA in its name, I would certainly hope so. And it did fairly well. That makes it, of course, the new #1 in compacts. 36 seconds faster than the hateful little car that I tested under much duress and protest. And 55th overall, just behind the Coquette, the regular Coquette, and just ahead of the GTR1, or ETR1, sorry. It's late when I'm recording this voiceover. Oh, got two hikers there somehow. Well done. Sounds like one lived for sure. Not sure about that other one. There we go. There's what I was talking about earlier, where it wants to both spin and roll all at once. That's a perfect example of it. And then as soon as I get straightened out, it spins again. This was a frustrated run. The downhill more so than the uphill, because now I'm also dealing with it bouncing all around. And of course, with gravity trying to pull me off the mountain, I really need to be careful here so that I don't bounce in the wrong spot and lose any ability to brake when I'm about to go, maybe, I don't know, plummeting off a cliff. And of course, as I see these mountains, all I can think of is, I wonder how much hydrogen it would take to remove that mountain. Yeah. That was a project. I'm going to forever be haunted by it. But, it's okay. The mountain was haunted. It needed to be removed. That's the rumor, anyway. spinning around again because, of course, it is. It's a happy little car, and it just wants to say, wee, and spin around. And I was going to do that really loud, but then I remembered it's really late at night. So your eardrums can thank the time of day. Oh, got her while it's going sideways. That's awesome. Oh, that was one of the better hiker takedowns we've had in a while. Of course, if you're playing Bullet Off-Road Bingo, you were probably able to get one of the squares checked off, because laughing about a hiker often appears on this car. It's really bouncy on that landing. Pretty much it's been pretty solid on its landings. But that one was a little hard and caused it to bounce around and, of course, then spin around. Up on 2 wheels again, up on no wheels again. Trying to be careful in all these little bits here, because this car just really, it wants to be on 2 wheels. It really just wants to be on its roof, it seems like. That or spinning backwards into a tree. You know, I think there's a Simpsons song about that. So around the tree of mini crashes, keep an eye on that tree though. It may get a victim later today. I think it's this video that happens. Ooh, there's $1,300 in my nightclub safe. And Laszlo's probably curled up on the couch crying himself to sleep. See, but down here on the pavement it seems to do okay, but I don't know. Normally it spins out on me when I try to drive this little car. I like driving the little car though. It's a lot of fun. But we are down 2 minutes, 58 seconds. So let's take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad and drive it off this little ramp here and see what happens. On our way down for the damage descent. Nice initial landing, but then it starts to spin around on me, and not such a good landing for that next one. Oh, definitely not a good one there. Ass in right on a boulder. That bumper's just hanging on by hopes and dreams right now, and that is it. The front bumper? Yeah, the front bumper's already gone. When did that even happen? I didn't even notice the front bumper coming off. About to lose the hood, it looks like. It looked like it was coming open, and maybe even the right door. Yeah, we're going to lose some more body parts, I do believe. I can't remember because I edited the video on a different day than I am recording the voiceover. Yep, definitely lost the hood. By the way, you could actually watch me edit this video. If you did not catch it in the live stream, you can head over to my Twitch channel. It should still be available in the archives. And then in about a week, it'll be available as a Twitch archive here on YouTube, because Twitch only keeps my videos for 2 weeks before it deletes them. So at that 2-week mark, they go live on my YouTube channel at noon, the day they get deleted. So that way they're kept available for you to view whenever you want. It's about a 52-minute video. It just shows you how I edited in the titles and get the timing of everything right. It obviously didn't have the voiceover part because, well, I'm doing that now. I edit the video and render it out in a really low quality. Oh, nice hit on the wood pile. Caused the back end to kick around. But we are down 1 minute, 45 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Brioso. Most of the windows are gone. The front bumper, hood, and right door are gone. The rear bumper is damaged. Left door won't close, and it does have bent wheels. But that is going to bring us to our next vehicle, the Lampadati Viseris. I love this car. It's beautiful, it sounds nice, and it received the most votes this week with 39 votes. Please, by all means, take a moment. Hit up that link in the description down below. Go vote for some vehicles you'd like to see featured in Will It Off-Road. With the DLC coming soon, I can tell you that we'll take a break from the voting dictating what appears, and we'll do all the hidden cars, because why not milk that for all it's worth? Just like I did with the last DLC. Those are some of my most watched Will It Off-Road videos, and I'm going to do it again, damn it. Need all the YouTube dollars I can get right now, and believe me, it's not many. But Viseris is a bit of a challenge. Sports Classics car. So not the best handling in the world. It has a really happy ass anyway. It likes to kind of wiggle all around. And in the dirt, that is amplified. It also seems to have a pretty high off-road traction loss. I don't know what it is. But it just felt like it was being held back by the dirt. I intentionally swerved a little to the left to hit that hiker. Not sure how obvious that was, but yeah, that one was not incidental whatsoever. I'm like, he's close enough. We can hit him. There we go. There's that back end stepping out on us. And then it becomes a struggle. You can hear that wasn't me on, off with the accelerator. That was the car doing that as it, I guess, bounced off the rev limiter and was struggling to put its power down. I did slowly let off just in a smooth motion until I found the spot that it stopped doing that and was able to actually finally get some grip. Because it looked like for a second there we weren't going to keep going forward, that we were just going to spin our wheels. So I am being more mindful of that now on the steeper bits, trying not to get too hard onto the throttle, while also still trying to get a decent time out of the car. I mean, we're coming up on that 2-minute mark and we're not very high up yet. So, yeah, normally if you're going to get a really good time, you're kind of up there around this bit already. But the back end does pose a bit of a problem. You would think with those big meaty tires back there that wouldn't be the case, but they just don't cut it. It's sad. And we're going to run into problems at the very top with this car as well. For completely different reasons, though. It's more of a grip issue than anything else. Sadly, no hikers on this bit of the trail today. Makes me kind of sad. And when did the bushes in this game slow you down that much? It just seems like this year that became a thing. I know that I was previously able to drive through those and not have them just bog down a car. Like, those don't. They're fine. Just certain bushes slow you way down, and it seems like they used to not to. I don't know, maybe I'm taking a slightly different line up the mountain than I used to. Who knows? Not a lot of consistency in my driving, which is why these videos are for fun, not for official testing. Just give us a general idea. Here we go. Yeah, car struggles a lot with grip to get up there. It does manage to finally haul itself up as I manage to hit the foundation. But we're up 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Will the Viseris off-road? Yeah. I mean, it did come in over that 3-minute mark, so, you know, not the best. But if you have to, it will do in a pinch for off-roading. That makes it 5th in Sports Classics, just because we haven't tested a lot of Sports Classics. About a second and a half behind the 190Z. And it is tied, and this is interesting. It is tied for 84th. It got the exact same time as an entirely different vehicle in the game. You think, oh, some of the Sports Classics, something like that. No. The Rusty Rebel got the exact same time as this. So this goes to show you, you don't need maybe so much power if you've got all-wheel drive to get similar times off-roading. Because the Rusty Rebel did it the same as, you know, what's basically a classic supercar. Just felt like that fence needed to go. You know, that was quite intentional. No, I wasn't, you know, just steering out of control at that moment. Control descent on this car is a lot easier, though, than it was in the Brioso. This one doesn't bounce around nearly as much. And since I do have those big tires in the back, I've got plenty of grip. But it seems surprisingly to be suffering from the word we love to use a whole lot, understeer. This doesn't seem to want to turn in, like, at all. It just doesn't seem like the front tires are able to really get that grip as well to pull it on around a corner. There was a lot of steering input and not a whole lot of changing of directions. So, over a big jump, fairly drama-free until, you know, I have too much speed and drive up the wrong side of the hill. What are you going to do? By the way, you may be wondering where all my usual people are in the video. Commander was unavailable. I don't know where Sven was. Rocket was working. So, yeah, I posted it in Discord about an hour before I went to actually record the video. Ooh, that was close. And nobody joined me, so I just did this one on my own, which gave me a chance to do a different type of behind-the-scenes video for the channel supporters. They're still watching the Will It Off-Road video the day before. Still get the results a day early, and you can get those results as well. And normally hear the Discord banter. But this week it was something a little bit different for our supporters. Coming around, all kinds of wildness happening here. Just did a nice little pirouette there, you know, for flair. And of course, Oh, the tree of many crashes. First victim in a long time. Took out 2 windows on the right-hand side, so ouch. The tree's been hungry, though. That's what keeps that tree alive, by the way, is car parts, not photosynthesis. You heard it here first. Now that we're back down on the asphalt, the car can really get some speed and really hold grip around the corners. And it's down 2 minutes, 51 seconds. So let's take the Viseris to the top of Mount Chiliad, where we just left a minute ago, and skedaddle right off the side. Decent launch, little crooked on landing, and then it all just falls apart. Trying to get it to come around, almost managed to land it. Landed really rear biased though, so I'm not going to call that a landed it, because, well, I'm humble like that, you know? Oh, God. Already taking a beating, though. Lots of lights and windows are already gone. Oof. Something I've always wondered on this car is, can you, like, break the pop-up headlights? I mean, I know you can break the glass in the lights so that, you know, there's not a light that lights up anymore. But can, in any of the cars in GTA Online, and I'd love to know if you guys have ever found this to be the case, I know you can break convertible tops so that they won't come up and down anymore. But can you break pop-up headlights in this game so that they remain either stuck open or closed? I can't think of a time that it's ever happened. Wow, that was an amazing bump off of that tree. That was kind of incredible. Got to back down under the train tunnel here just to be able to go under it. Almost went over it because of all the air we got off of that tree. I had completely forgotten about that. That was amazing. Sometimes my poor driving results in some pretty spectacular stuff. Definitely struggling down here in the really bumpy, muddy bits, but that's almost over as we come up. Almost over the wood pile, but then nope, rejected. It's almost as if a hand reached down and smacked it just in time to take off the door. And we're down. 1 minute, 41 seconds. And the damage on the Viseris is most of the lights, 1 window, right door's gone, and the wheels are bent. And that's going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Again, don't forget to go vote for the vehicles you want to see featured in upcoming Will It Off-Road videos by clicking on the link in the description down below. And if you played along with bingo and you actually managed to score a bingo, make sure you leave that in the comments down below. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.